After almost 24 hours of traveling from Turkey and spending 16 hours in a lounge, trying all the food we could, sleeping in a sleep pod, we finally arrived in Skopje, North Macedonia. And we immediately learned our first hard lesson of North Macedonia. Venture out into the Skopje world to find food, because we're hungry, and trying to find a supermarket to find milk and food and essentials for the week. Really hope this place is open. We're so tired. There's so many nice places on our street, but nobody serves food. It's one on a Sunday and everybody's drinking.
There's like only all like the 7 restaurants we walked to don't have a food menu open.
You can only drink coffee and alcohol.
And we didn't feel like sushi or anything like that, but we found a place that's like Chinese, Japanese, Thai. So we're gonna try that. But it'll be this one's burger.
After eating, but still not sleeping, we felt a lot better and ventured out to one of the many coffee shops. This would become our regular spot, but to this day, I honestly still don't know what the people eat. Coffee is amazing. Apparently here you sit and drink coffee for like 3 hours and you just sit. It's very natural for a place not to serve food and just coffee because there's too many laws and regulations and tax stuff that comes in when you start serving food. This is the best coffee. It's the best coffee I've had in like probably 2 months, and I think this honestly might be one of the best coffees I've had ever. It is so good. I now understand why the people just sit there and drink all day and don't eat, because it's so delicious. The guy at the sushi restaurant, the manager, loves South Africa, so he heard me from South Africa and he comes and he's like, what are you guys doing here? The guy at the airport also was like to Jared, like, what are you doing here? Because I feel there's not like too much to see here in it.
No, naturally caffeine free.
The only shop that was open is a health shop.
I got health snacks.
We got rice cakes, pretzels, rice cakes, milk, some fruit. Most of the people who we've met who've been here and we're like, oh, we're gonna go to North Macedonia, they're like, but why? It's not very big and it doesn't have a lot of money, so there's not a lot of things to do, so it's just not necessarily a very entertaining place. There's only 1.5 million people living in North Macedonia, and most of the kids leave because there's no money to work here, so they go work in Europe. What is great is that their currency is 3.5 to ours, so 1 rand is 3.5 dinar. They speak Macedonian, uses the Cyrillic alphabet, but it looks like they also use the Latin alphabet. So who, what and where is North Macedonia? We didn't even know the country existed until we found out that they are letting people in during COVID, and they had an embassy in Ukraine and we were in Ukraine, so we could get a visa there for it with quite a bit of effort. North Macedonia is a landlocked country in the Balkans and formerly part of the communist Yugoslavia. It's bordered by Greece, Albania, Kosovo, Serbia and Bulgaria. There's a few controversial things regarding North Macedonia, like the name weren't always North Macedonia, but due to conflict with Greece, it's what it's called now, but the people still prefer to be called Macedonians from Macedonia. You can also see famous landmarks from around the world in this one city. Berlin, London, France, America. Gotta have some more America. There was also a very controversial project called Skopje 2014, which was equivalent to $700 million. Hundreds of statues were built, the London buses were brought back to give Skopje its independent look again. A marble square was built in the middle of the center, which looks completely different to any other part of Skopje or North Macedonia. It's also believed that Alexander the Great was born here. Lots of statues. Here's one with his mother, some during his lifetime, and this statue actually used to be naked, but they thought it inappropriate, so they covered him up. So Skopje is known as an odd city, but it also has the world's only walk-in lift shop, where you can walk in, customize and choose your lift for about 25,000 euros. Apart from Alexander the Great, one of the most famous people from North Macedonia is Mother Teresa. She was born here, and this is where her childhood home was. Why are there so many stray dogs here?
Until some 2 years ago, there was estimation that in Skopje there were about 10,000 stray dogs. And most of them were coming, people decided to have a pet, then realized in a month or two they do not have the time, the energy to dedicate to them and let them on the street. We have a shelter that does everything what is to be done, and most of them are adopted after being health treated. When we were touring, sometimes we had more dogs than people in the group. That's something that we have inherited from the Ottoman culture. Murek, it can be filled with several different things. Cheese and spinach, minced.
It's very good.
And we love a good old town and had to go explore Skopje's old town.
Did you enjoy the tour?
Huh? That was cool. Just tired and hungry now. It was like 3 hours of walking.
Jared had a very nice steak.
Pepper steak was amazing.
Pepper steak, it was really good. And I decided to be healthy and get some salad. Well, I ordered vegetables with mozzarella. I've been eating on this for the last 40 minutes. That's how far I've gotten. It is carrots, beetroot, and tomatoes. And I've eaten all the mozzarella. Not my best choice. And it's so funny, you can smoke everywhere inside. The waiter in between serving us, he like takes smoke breaks. Not outside, inside, at the door. Also, very important, really good internet. 200 megabyte of fiber, same as home. So excited for this. So yesterday the shops were closed, so we couldn't get basic food. So it's lunchtime, quickly heading out to go get a few basics. I got some big bins here. Shopping time. What's that? Apps, breads, chocolate. All of this groceries, that's there. For about 1,500 rand, which is probably enough for like stuff for the week, and it includes like dishwashing and clothes washing stuff. So we got a few interesting looking eggs. This one looks like that other meme. Very good news. You can order food. Very good news. You can order food online on a website called Kinjali, BB or something, and they have a few different places like KFC and other stuff. So we got takeaway, we can order food. Oh, takeaway.
Next week we attempt to get another visa in another foreign country, drink the drink of the Balkans, rakia. If you like rakia, subscribe. If you don't like rakia, also subscribe. And if you don't know what rakia is, then you should definitely subscribe.